Hello everyone, Scott Wynn here playing another round of American Truck Simulator. I am driving with Scott A. Wynn, that is me. My company is Win-Win Limited. You can see here I've earned $234,824 with about, well, exactly 14 deliveries. I'm rated a workhorse. Thank you very much, I appreciate that. Very proud of that. Let's take a look at the job market. Alright, so we're looking for some money right now as we're trying to earn money to start a garage. This is I've been looking to drive a Mack. This would be a run from Yakima, Washington to Stockton, California. Let's take a look at that one right there. That would be a 625-mile journey for a 13-hour trip time. Let's do it. Alright, so hopefully, unfortunately, my keys are not mapped again, so let me go ahead and remap those. Be right back. Alright, I am back, and that's really unfortunate that keeps happening with my key mapping. It keeps going away. Let's take a look at the outside of this truck here. Now I am hauling this, what are you calling this thing? A lift truck, 118,500 pounds. You can see the length of this trailer here. It is a monster. Today we're going to be driving the 505 horsepower Mack. Let's get a look at exactly what truck this is. It is a Mack Anthem 70-inch sleeper, 6x4, 505 horsepower, 1860 foot-pound of torque. Pretty large gas tank at $284. Did I say dollars? Gallons. I take that back. All right, let's get driving here. Let's take one more look at this truck. Let me get a quick screenshot without this in it. And we are on our way. Alright, let's start this baby up. Let me get my proper settings here. Let's see, what do I want to see here? Probably my miles per hour. There it is. Just adjust my track IR here real quick. Seems to be acting up a little bit. Alright, here we go. That is a long trailer. You have to be careful with this one. Really watch my trailer drag in the back there. Make sure that I am not clipping that thing. Of course, I'm looking for a clean run. Speed bump. See you later, Joe. See you next time. Joe never answers back. I just don't get it. Alright, looks like we're clear. I have not driven the Mack too many times, so I'm pretty excited about this. That's a pretty tough looking steering wheel there, I like that. Pretty nice layout of gauges here. And we are off. It is early morning here, around 6:45 in real life. And the last thing I'm thinking about is tacos. Although I did have tacos for dinner last night. They were very good. Some avocados, some tomatoes, some cheese, some hot sauce, salsa. Good stuff. I like the hard tacos, but a couple of members of my family, they really like the soft ones. So what I do is I use one of those fluted type of pans, and I bake a soft taco in the oven for a bit just to get a little crispy, and that's what they like. I don't know how many tacos you guys can eat, but I generally eat about 5 tacos. So I could probably eat 6, but it's a good rule of thumb to try and leave the dinner table a little hungry every night. Give your body a little break, give your digestion a little break. Alright, looks like we're staying straight here, south Goldendale, Bend, Oregon. Should be a really fun run. So our destination is Plaster and Sons in Stockton, California. Let's take a look at the map here real quick. So we are leaving from Yakima, Washington. We'll be heading down through Oregon and getting right on this major highway. I believe that's Highway 5. And Stockton is just below Sacramento. You know, I often think of Sacramento as being further down the state, but I guess I don't really know my California geography too well, as I'm not from there, so. There are a lot of people behind me. Something iconic about that, what do you call it, hood ornament on the front of this Mack 2, the dog, just has this commanding presence, almost like the iconic Mercedes or the iconic Cadillac front hood ornament. So few car companies are doing hood ornaments nowadays, but some of the more luxury car makers, you'll still see them. It's funny how things come and go. See if they ever come back. Time will tell. It's a pretty beautiful day here. It is, what time is it? See if I could find the clock on this thing. I always have trouble with that. It appears to be 12 noon. 12 noon. Looking right above my steering wheel where it says Mack, there is a clock on the top right there. Way station 1 mile. See if it wants me to go in there. I bet you it probably does. I do enjoy my country driving. Really beautiful out here. Way station next left. Yes, they do. They want me in here. What is this guy doing? I'm not sure, but I'm thinking about going around him. Not sure what this guy's doing, but I am definitely going to pass him. What are you doing, pal? Move it. Maybe there was a little fender bender there. I'm not really sure. £165,000. That's pretty close to what I was hauling last time. It was a similar wasn't this exact same vehicle, but it had basically the same weight. I think it was about maybe 2,000 pounds less than this one, but I've been getting getting known. I've been getting a reputation for hauling these. Couldn't quite see there. It's kind of a blind turn. Getting quite a reputation for hauling these really large pieces of equipment. But that's probably because I'm going for the largest contracts, and these are the hardest, heaviest, biggest things that you could possibly haul. At least at this stage. And those are the contracts I want. Not because I want things to be super difficult all the time, but you guys know I have a goal of saving up roughly $400,000. Not sure what these guys are doing. If you put your signals on earlier, then that gives me the information I need to continue on my journey. Hopefully we're not getting stuck behind this truck up here. Everybody is really indecisive right now. Bus to move, will you please? I can't go unless you do, pal. There you go. Attaboy. I don't know what this car is doing, but I am going to pull out in front of them. So I'm tired of waiting here. It's 97 South. Not a road I could say I've been on in this campaign. Is that a speed camera right there? I saw a camera up on that pole. Could be. Although I was going all of 15 miles per hour, so I'm good. Rocks. You can tell this rig is a little underpowered for this haul. Would have preferred something that was 600 horsepower. 500 is not quite enough for taking this haul up hills. It'll get the job done, but this is what it looks like. Chugging down some caffeine right now. Can't imagine driving this game or real life without chugging some caffeine on a pretty regular basis. That's a staple of good highway driving, or good long distance driving, I should say. Alright, looks clear on the right, and we're clear on the left. I don't know why that guy stopped in particular, but I appreciate it. Good clearance there. And we're making this hard right up here. Bunch of whirly birds straight ahead. Still get used to these brakes on the pedals. Let this guy go. I'd like to take this maybe a little wider, although I think I'm okay. Yeah, I have enough clearance there. There we go. Trucks use low gear down this hill. Beautiful stretch of road right here. Look at that with the train tracks and the bridge. That is just epic. Slow her down a little bit here. Take the wider outside part of the turn there. Pretty narrow right here. Beautiful bridge. I'm going to stop for a screening here. Here we go. We'll do this as quick as possible. Zooming out. Oh, that's a beautiful shot. Maybe a little bit this way. A little bit back. That is pretty cool. Go ahead and take that. You guys, I promise you that'll be the last time that I stop for a screen grab. That is the one I was looking for. We'll make this a straight run from this point. I wonder what body of water this is. Guess it's a lake. Could be a river. The Dalles, or the Dallas, Portland. Need to learn how to pronounce that. The Biggs Motel. The Biggs Moo Moo Motel. Haha, you can't beat that. Look at that sign, everything about it. That's a place I want to stay. Just so I could say I stayed at the Biggs Moo Moo Motel. I was there. Wonder if they have any theme or anything to it. Don't know. Passing lane a quarter mile. Not planning on any passing on this road. But we'll see. You never know. Beautiful rock formations there. Wow. That is something to see right there. Be cooler if you could drive through it. Right lane ending. I believe those are grain holders. I need to do a little more research to learn my stuff, but I'm positive. I like the color of this rig too. It's a nice blue color. I'm already thinking about which rig I'm going to get and what color it's going to be and kind of custom paint schemes I can do on it or whatever. It's pretty exciting, but you know, it makes you want to work hard in a blue collar type of way. I am not letting the stinking bank take my money. Nope. They're not charging me a ton of interest. I'm going to do this a good old-fashioned blue collar way. I'm going to work my tail off. I'm going to take the toughest loads, the farthest distances, and I'm going to earn my money, and I'm going to put it in a shoebox under my seat. And then when I'm ready, I'm going to show up at a truck dealership with cash. And I'm going to watch them count it out. And I'm going to drive off there with my new fleet of trucks. I'm going to hire some drivers. We're going to dominate the Utah area, Salt Lake City. We'll take it from there. We'll build from there. So relaxing to start your day off this way. I had a little trouble sleeping. I woke up around 4 a.m. I had to pee. I was hungry, so I ate some grapes. But that has sugar in it, so it probably woke me up even more. Then I just couldn't get back to sleep. So I woke up, started watching some of the Shineko, the PGA Championship hype. I'm into golf. I don't really play too much anymore because of time, but I do like to watch it. Watching some of the hype on that, using it into my day. It's nice to start the day off with a drive. It's when I'm freshest, it's when I'm enthusiastic about it. And I do have a dentist appointment in a little while too, so I have to get an old cavity refilled, so I figured my mouth is going to be numb and I may not be speaking properly, just chewing on my lip and all that, so I need to record my video now. Or wait until later this afternoon. It's more information than you guys needed, I bet, but I'm not just a video making machine, I'm a human being and I have teeth and to keep them in order. It's turning a little bit cloudy today, which is kind of nice. You can still see the evidence of sun out there, but it's a mostly cloudy day. We like it. Cuts down on all that glare. Yesterday I was driving looking straight into the sun for a good deal of it, so I was heading west at a later point in the day. That's never easy, looking right into that sun. We go windows down for a little bit. Enjoy that. Just a moment. There we go. Always great to hear the sound of that engine, the roar of the engine, the wind whipping through the cab. We've discovered Bend, Oregon. And also unlocked the achievement, the Beaver State. That would be Oregon. I believe it's Oregon State University are the Beavers. Alright, let's roll those windows up again so we can hear. I can do that again. If you guys like that, go ahead and put it in the comments. I think it's nice. Gives my voice a rest. Let's see, we have 429 more miles to go. I believe we can make it on this gas we have. We'll see. This rig definitely feels like a bit of a dog. I have to say I was disappointed when I looked at the Mack dealership info. I don't believe, if I remember correctly, that they had any trucks that had over 600 horsepower. I was pretty disappointed in that. I think all of them do. Volvo does, International does, Peterbilt, Kenworth. Not the Mack, I couldn't figure it out. I believe, if I remember correctly, I paid extra for this. This was one of the DLCs. I think I have all of them. I purchased a lot of them in these really great bundles. That saved me a lot of money. I think all told, I got the game for, it was $5. And then all the DLCs in the bundle. I think I spent maybe a total of $40 on the summer sale. Or I think it was even beyond the summer sale. I think it was just a sale they were having on this game, but it's a pretty good deal for all the stuff I got. That I spent $90 on the wheel. So all told, I had the track IR. So all told, I spent about $130 to get the setup I have now, to do all the DLCs, plus the wheel, which I highly recommend if you're playing this game regularly to get a wheel. You don't need it for some other driving games, I would say. Like when I play Wreckfest on Origin, I play that with a joystick. I haven't tried it with a wheel, but I drive plenty good with a joystick. But, you know, it's also really short races. I mean, the races last about 5 minutes, maybe 8 minutes. So you kind of zip through it with your joystick, then you take a little break. This is a little different. You want to get into the... Plus, it's not a realistic game. I mean, let's face it, who plays Demolition Derby with lawnmowers? And who races with school buses that are trying to knock you off the road? Crescent. Cool name. Oh wow, look at the bear. That is so cool. We got a kind of a lumberjack up there. This would be a real blue collar lumberjack type of town. Some rough and tumbles in this town. Men's men. Real men. Not them diner club, girly girl city men. You want some firewood, you go cut down a tree. Got something stuck in your teeth, pick a splinter out of your hand and use that as a toothpick. You break your leg, you put a band-aid on that thing and continue on with your day. I don't want to hear a word. Suck it up, son. '97 south. Been on this road for a while. 371 miles left. Seems like a lot, but I don't think it's too bad. Hopefully this tractor's not trying to merge. Nope. Was that a bear? It almost looked like it was colored like a cow, but maybe it was just faded. It's part of that sign. It's off to the right there. I don't know if hopefully you guys saw it. That's what's cool about driving around America. You see so many cool things. I spent some time vacationing up in New Hampshire when my kids were a little younger. And we spent some time up there near Conway. And it's right at the base of the White Mountains. And they were all about moose and bear up there. Mostly moose. They had moose-themed restaurants and all kinds of cool wood carvings. And it's just cool to get into the local culture and bathe in it. They had these local radio stations you could turn to, and they would give moose reports and stuff like that. It was pretty cool. Just on a motorcycle there. Please pull in at the next way station. Looks like we're on the right up here. We got it. Next right. Whoa, that's a tight one. It's a quick one. What's this guy hauling? Can't really tell what that is. 164,638. That's right. Real men haul the big stuff. When it comes to trucking, bigger is better. I guarantee you that. Swing her a little wide here. Gotta clear that trailer. Yep. Back on the road. Yeah, when I was first playing this game, I had to Klamath Falls. I had to use my dashboard to line up where the yellow line was, and I kept looking at that, trying to keep that. And I remember when I first started driving, when I was, 16, I used to do the same thing, but this is just like learning to drive when you're 16. After a while, you just know where your truck is on the road. You your brain gets a general sense of it. You don't have to line stuff up as literally as that. You just do. You just do line it up. It's like a sixth sense. Weed, San Francisco. Looks like we're getting off to the right here. Of course, the right is blocked, so we're going to have to take a detour. That is blocked. Let's see what our GPS does. I'd like to double check what this does. See, it wanted me to go... I don't really know. So it wanted me to get off there. Oh, all I'm really doing is coming around here. So I'll be in California, before you know it, and then I'll be hitting Redding, then Sacramento, then Stockton. Be passing Hornbrook on the edge there. Lakeview, Winnemucca. Little Shepherds. Some construction on that overhang at that gas station. Nice little detail. I've said this before, guys, but this game will reward you if when you're driving, you're looking off to the side and checking stuff out. It'll reward you with little stuff like that. Especially when you're heading over a bridge on the waterways, always make sure you look left and right. See some good stuff out there. I saw a really cool tugboat yesterday when I was driving. See all kinds of things. Even little details like, oh, they're doing construction over here, or this person's doing something weird off to the side, or just whatever it is. It'll reward you. Cool little town. Minus the strip malls. I'm not really a big strip mall fan, but I guess they serve their purpose. I'm more into those old Americana type of towns. Main Street, USA. Towns that were built in the 17 or 1800s and just have that iconic small shop type of flavor. Mom, pa. As a matter of fact, the town I live in, just outside of town they allow gas stations and, McDonald's or stuff like that. But in the town, no siree, Bob. You need to be a small mom pa type of shop. You cannot be a chain. And I like it that way. I love supporting those small businesses, especially during a time like now with the COVID running amok. It's nice to get in there, get a mask on, and support our local shop owners. Then if you want the McDonald's or the Subway or a tank of gas, you get it outside of town, but inside the town limits, it's all about the historic value. That's one of the reasons people move here. Now I live in a kind of Civil War Central here. I'm a student of the Civil War, I'm a reenactor, and it's one of the reasons I moved here. Be close to the battlefields, be close to the history, not just take a trip once or twice a year. It takes me 8 hours one way, but to be able to go 10 minutes away to a major battlefield whenever I want. Thankfully, my family has taken to it as well. It's a good family choice as well, other than a personal, preference, a place to live. Of course, family thinks you're crazy. Why are you going down there? You don't like where you live? You don't like where we raised you? Nope, it's not that. Welcome to California. It's my life. I just want to live where I want to live. It's nothing personal. I don't love you any less. We all have to live our own lives, right? Nobody should tell us what to do. As long as you're doing good in this world and you're not, knocking over banks. You should be able to just live your life. Alright. Getting a little late. Figured it was between 8 and 9. I'll turn my lights on now before I forget. See, I didn't look at that. 283 more miles. We're doing some long, long runs. Yesterday was a incredibly long run. I think in game time it was, whoa, I'm gonna slow down a little bit here. I believe I drove almost 22 hours yesterday in game time. In real life, my video ended up being an hour and 36 minutes. Now, I stopped and took some photos and stuff like that, but it was still a pretty long day. Look at those trees out there. That looks pretty cool. Looks like they're getting caught in the fog out there, or not sure what's happening there, but looks foggy. And it quickly goes to night, just like that. Can you imagine for a moment that our days were like American Trucking Simulator? I mean, it was bright, sunshiny about 5 minutes ago, and now it's full-on dusk. Full-on dusk. Just make sure my brights work. I had to remap everything, as you know. It's a bit of a pain in the rear to have to do that, but I've gotten so good at remapping my keys, it literally just takes me a minute. It's not the biggest deal. Weed. Slow down a little bit. Wonder how this place got the name of Weed. I think of a couple of reasons. Couple of ways. Could have been somebody's name. That's always a possibility. Could have been because people like their weed. Could have been because there's a lot of weeds here. There's weeds everywhere. I guess it's not. It's just not probably people's first choice of what you would name the town. Weed is generally like an unwanted thing. It's not something that people want, or people use pesticides to get rid of weeds. I don't. I just yank them out of the ground if I don't like them. It's not a welcoming sounding place. Welcome to weed. we're all here because nobody wants us. Just like the pests of your yard, we're the pests of society. Come, visit us. You will hate it. I'm probably not going to get a job as the public relations director for the town of Weed. It's probably not a good fit. I'm going to stick to truck driving. Alright, 230 miles. Lake Boulevard. Eureka, Alturas. Eureka! I've discovered it. Beautiful stars and moon out tonight. Haven't done too many exterior views, although you can't really see much. Being night and all. See if we can do one if we make it to daylight. See if we make it to daylight. Looks like I have 4 hours and 21 minutes left, so it looks like we're going to be delivering this thing in the middle of the night. Downtown Reading. Oh yeah, that's the last, well not the last actually. I'm hitting Reading and then we'll be passing through Sacramento and doing our drop. My first campaign I did in this game, my garage was in Reading. Pretty cool place, not bad. I wanted to do something a little different, so I went Salt Lake City this time. But the goal is, as I build garages, I'm going to build them regionally. So Salt Lake City is pretty much, I think it's more in the northern part of Utah, but north central Utah. And then Reading would be, northern California, and then something like LA would be Southern California. Don't do it. Don't do it. I tell you, these ambulance drivers and fire truck drivers are the worst drivers in this game. It's almost like they feel entitled or something. Like, hey, I drive an ambulance. I can do whatever I want. Hey, man, there could have been a fire. That's why I cut you off. I tell you, I've had more issues with fire trucks than any other vehicle in this game. They are the most burnt drivers. Anyhow, yeah, I'd like to, look to set up regionally stuff. So, one garage in Arizona, I think one in Utah is enough. One in Idaho, maybe two in Cali. One maybe at the border between Washington and Oregon would suffice. And then we haven't seen Colorado yet. But Colorado is going to be the next DLC map they're working on right now. Of course, New Mexico, get one down there, but I don't have to get too crazy. When some of these, like Arizona and New Mexico, that could be one garage that is on the border there. I don't know if each state requires a garage, but just regionally, I'm going to try and really get areas covered. 5-0. I saw you. It's your radar. I'm basically going the speed limit, so no sale for you. We'll see. I'll have to take a really good look at a map, but we'll spread them out. And then, because I don't have a 3-bay garage yet, I can't really look at the talent of drivers out there yet. But I guess that's the biggest issue always, is getting more experienced drivers. who are actually going to make you money, who can do the longer runs, who are rated up. But you know, they all need to rate up too, like I rated up, right? I couldn't get the good. I couldn't do 30 something. See, I'm getting 31,000 for this run. I wasn't doing $31,000 runs a few weeks ago when I first started. I've had to build up to that. And they will too. It's on the job learning, as they say. I give these truckers in real life a lot of credit. I mean, this is not an easy job. I have so much of a better understanding of truckers out in the world, and you know, they don't like being cut off because they lose momentum, right? And they understand, like, why people don't want to be behind them. You know, they need you to recognize when they're there and recognize a sharp turn, because if you're pulled up to a light and you're a little over the double yellow line and you're in the left lane, well, you're making their lives that much more difficult because you weren't aware that they were there. And they can't make that turn until you go. So there's so many things that I've been able to look at everything through a truck driver's perspective. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to get their perspective of other people out there other than yourself, especially on the road where everyone needs to be a little more kind, I think. Not that people aren't kind, but it depends on where you live. In New York, I would say some pretty aggressive drivers. Connecticut, I lived there for a while. Same deal. A lot of total jerks. I notice the difference now when I drive, like in the region where I live, and I start to get closer to Washington, D.C. and Baltimore. The aggressiveness just compounds on itself the closer you get to those cities. Everybody's a little more anxious, a little more aggressive. And no thanks. It's one of the reasons why I want to live where I live. It's not overpopulated. And I added a traffic mod to this just to make it more realistic, but if it had like rush hour traffic on it, where I was sitting in rush hour stop and go, I would uninstall that thing in a New York minute. That thing would be gone. That's some of the most aggravating stuff you have to deal with. Thank you very much. Sitting in traffic. Stop and go on a tractor trailer, that would suck to the 10th degree. Especially if you had a manual transmission. What I'm saying, though, and the big point I'm getting to, is that's what's cool about these sims. It gives you more perspective, and that can help make you a better human being in the world. It can help you understand stuff about the road a little bit more. And it can help you be more tolerant, you know, maybe of truckers than we currently are, because we get pissed off because they're these big lumbering beasts who always seem to be getting in our way. Right? There's more to it, man. I don't know how important what I'm hauling right now is, but you know, they haul the stuff, all of our furniture, all of our tools that we need, all of our car parts to keep them up to date and safe on the road. They haul our stuff around America, and you know, that's something that we have to be just aware of, and you know, kind of grateful for, right? Looks like we're staying straight here. Yep. Sometimes I think we blew it. We should have, we should be hauling more stuff by train, in my opinion. When these big cargo type of trains, these big freight trains move past my house, they could be, you could be sitting at a crossing for 5 minutes easy. They could have, let's see, maybe about 30 cars on them or more. Sacramento discovered, with those shipping containers on them, double stacked. So one train, and I could be underestimating here too, can have 60 shipping containers on them. Those huge shipping containers, 60 of them. One train, one locomotive. Sometimes they have one in the front and one in the back, depending on the weight. Efficiently moving stuff along our rails. One train, 60 shipping containers. That's the equivalent to 60 tractor-trailer trucks on our roads. Think about that. It's all that extra diesel fuel in the air. So I think we blew it. We didn't expand our rail networks enough, and we haven't upkept enough of them. And probably a lot of people don't want them running through their neighborhood. And I get that, but I actually have one running through my neighborhood, and I actually like it. It's really cool. You get used to the noise of it. It's not like it keeps us awake at night. It's not that close to my house. I mean, it's probably like, I don't know, 300 yards away, the tracks. But it's kind of cool. I like it. Stockton. We are close, close, close. Looks like we're going to be getting off here. Stockton, San Rafael. Making a left up here. But anyhow, that's the world according to Scott Wynn. You know, we all have our opinions, right? What would make this world a better place? And that's just mine. Hope you guys respect it. Same way I'll respect your opinions. So, looks like this is pretty quick. Turn off here to the left. It's a pretty cool looking little town. Just like the feel of it. I like the name too, Stockton. Just sounds cool. D'Antonine's Chicken Kitchen? Or Chicken Kitchen? Did I say kitchen chicken? My bad. So Plaster and Sons, I've driven for these guys before. Good guys. What are the chances their last name was Plaster? What are the chances? Tweed's. You said Tweed's Auto Glass? Tweed's. My goodness. Alright, I'm guessing they want this thing straight ahead. Take this nice and slow. Get this out of the way so we're not completely blocking the road. See where they want it. Where do you want it? Where should I place it? Alright, shouldn't be too difficult. Right up in there. Okay, so I'm going to have to swing her. Let's see, I'm just going to take a quick look at this from the outside. Alrighty. Hopefully I can get her in there. I know, this seems easy to you guys, or a lot of you guys, but I'd say I'm really not the best at maneuvering these things into tight places. So let me see. I think I just have to kind of take it this way. Cut this as much as I can. have to swing it a little more left. So this clears, and then straighten her out. Make sure I clear that. Straighten her out. All right, let's decouple her. Let's get paid. Nice clean run. Excellent. Lift truck delivered from Yakima to Stockton. 626 miles. 14 hours, 53 minutes, 131.5 gallons of gas. Some excellent XP. Long distance delivery bonus, plus 252. High value cargo, plus 181. 1467 XP. I am a freaking workhorse. I made $31,027. So we're gonna level something up here. Why don't we? Oh, should it be hazardous cargo? Let's see what that does. Hazmat transportation training. Class 1 explosives. All right. Let's see, am I on that one? Dynamite, fireworks, ammunition. Yeah, let's do that. I like hauling explosive things. So, let's do it. That sounded funny. I like hauling explosive things. What the hell does that mean, dude? Alright, anyhow, progress history. Oh, I am so close to this next level, and I don't know what it is because it doesn't tell me. So, I've driven 6661 miles, 15.86 roads explored, 15 deliveries, 6 days, 16 hours total game time spent, and 12 hours and 20 minutes of my life I will never ever get back. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. Please like, please subscribe. I'm a new guy here, and I think I'm doing a good job. I hope I am. I hope you guys are enjoying these videos. Show me the love. Alright, see you guys soon.